I don't know if you guys saw this report today, came out in USA Today. How healthy is your city? I mean, is it as healthy as Tahiti? Well, let's find out. So it turns out, okay, so they do this report, right? This came out July 22nd. And they say, oh, people are more likely to take a brisk walk, play pickleball, or lift weights. Okay. And they added new things, measuring new things here, like pickleball courts. And San Francisco comes in fourth. We're behind Seattle, Washington, D.C., and Arlington, Virginia. Yeah, we're behind Washington, D.C. We'll get to that. And of course, wow, Wichita, bottom of the top 100, that is. There's a list of the top 100 biggest cities and where they rank. And there's a report. Oh, person also, obesity rates. Great. Okay, that'd be nice to know, huh? And people did an overall job better getting their exercise, which is at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity, such as walking fast, riding a bike, or mowing the lawn. I did yard work for an hour too. Muscle strengthening, yeah, okay. 150, I think people could do more than that. I mean, just 150, that's like 22 minutes a day. I mean, if you can't even, walk 22 minutes a day, you're probably, not moving. And you'll see, look at this. They said 59%, almost 60% met the minimum requirements. That's the minimum. That's over 40%. Didn't even do it. And they're saying this is an increase of 9 percentage points from last year. Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, and then they show, okay, this is all great. Oh, more than cities are improving, okay, great. And food insecurity increasing. Yeah, obviously things are getting more expensive. More expensive here. Let's see. Yeah. Wildfires, smoke. Of course, that's wheezing, coughing. And of course, if you wanted to read the report, oh, here's the report right here. Okay. So here's the report. Be the change. Okay. Here. And so this is the report that they're referring to. And so, they have again, the 9% of residents meeting the aerobic activity guidelines. But they don't say from when. Okay, so it turns out that if you go into the report itself, here's the report. Okay, so they're actually comparing it to a 2019 study. So the 9% is actually over, 6 to 7 years. It's probably 7 years. So about a 1% increase per year. Okay. So that's a big change from what, they said they said 9% in 1 year. So they're clearly wrong. Okay. And, this is, otherwise, I'm sure the data is mostly good, right? So we come down and, and they've also added trail miles, splash pads. All right, so these are the new indicators. I like these. These are the top 10 cities for new indicators. Remember, we're behind Washington, D.C., right? And trail miles per 100,000 residents. Washington, D.C. has 235.3 miles per 100,000 residents. And they have 700,000 residents. 700,000. That means that Washington, D.C. alone has about 1,640 miles of trails. That's enough to go from Washington, D.C. to Denver. So how many miles does it has 62 miles. Oh, okay. Yeah, very close. That's pretty close to 1,400. I'm sure most of these are pretty accurate, I'm sure. We don't even rank in splash pads. I mean, look at this. Boston ranks in splash pads. Who would have thought? I mean, I haven't been to Boston in a long time. I mean, splash pads. Wow, we don't rank. We should get some. I haven't seen any. And we don't even rank in pickleball courts. We don't even rank. Not even close. Look at this. Louisville has more pickleball courts. Wow. Okay. Slow progress. And now here's the comparison from the 2 years, 2024, 2025. Look at this. Walk score, exactly the same. Bike score, exactly the same. And look, bike score is higher than walk score, whatever it means. We don't know what it means, actually. You know, it could be, I mean, is it percent? I mean, do you think people are doing more biking than walking? I mean, maybe bike score includes miles traveled or something, you know, but exactly the same. Interesting. And food insecurity went up. You can see, look at this, only 14% with consuming their vegetables, 29% with their fruits, and 44% poor mental health in the previous month, and 47% with excellent health. Interesting. Okay. So, I mean, you know, it's interesting. San Francisco could do better. You know, I think perhaps, you know, the supervisors, they could do a tax to, you know, that's what they do usually. They could tax the unhealthy people. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just say that? No. I mean, they should tax the healthy people. Oh, wait. They should tax the rich people. Okay. And they should tax somebody. And then they can take the money, fund a bunch of nonprofits. What do you think? And then maybe they could produce a book about, you know, how to be happy and sick, you know, or happy and ignoring stuff. Because it looks down here, and now here's the report details. And so our personal health rank, okay, San Francisco ranks 2, they say, you know. Now, if you look outside, you know, just do a, you know, quick survey out there in a supermarket or something and look around and say, okay, San Francisco has a personal health of a 2. Okay. And then you'd go down to, I don't know, Milwaukee with 81. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, or Richmond, Virginia, 74. Tampa, 71. I mean, that's big. That's a big difference. But the environment, okay, 19th. San Francisco only rates 19. Oakland's down here, way down here. Much worse health than us. Just across the bay. And you can look around here. San Jose's down here someplace, and you know, here's the bottom of the list. Wow. Las Vegas, 87. Whew. Do a tour of some of these places. Henderson. Haven't been there in a long time. Yeah. So anyway, this is a nice report. And we should do more in San Francisco. I'm joking about the taxes. You know, we could maybe put gym equipment inside the supermarkets between the chips and the beer or something. You know, get some exercise in there while people are walking to the supermarket. Perhaps something like that. I don't know. We're only 4th, whatever this is, but we could lie. We could increase our miles. Yeah, that looks like an easy way. You know, I'd say we should be at least 400 miles per 100,000. What do you say? I mean, we could do it.